Welcome back to 2018 SEC Men's Basketball Media Days with Auburn's Bryce Brown, the shooter in the league. Although I talked to another guy who said in fact, it was John Petty who was the best shooter in the league, Bryce Brown. You have the crown currently. What is your response to that?
Did he say it with confidence? Nah, man, I don't have much to say about it, man. It'll be a long season. He's a great player. So, I mean, we'll bump heads eventually.
I know a lot of people don't like to talk about the Egg Bowl in basketball, but certainly that's a built-in rivalry with Auburn and Alabama. You guys love that. Talking about you specifically, this summer, big summer for you. What did you do? What was your workouts like this summer to improve on your game?
Basically, so I know it's my senior season, so I'm just pushing my conditioning, getting better in pick and roll offense as a primary ball handler, just things that can help us as a team, defense, everything. So yeah.
And that's, of course, the Iron Bowl. You should have corrected me there. The Iron Bowl. The Iron Bowl. Come on, you're in game mode. Yeah, the egg. That's the Mississippi one. That's Mississippi. You're the Iron Bowl. So looking at you, the backcourt, and much has been talked about you and Jared Harper being the elite backcourt in the SEC. What do you think it is that makes you two so special, being able to work with each other in the backcourt?
I really don't even feel like it's on the court, honestly. I feel like it just starts off the court. Similar areas, raised similar ways. I just feel like our off-the-court bond is very good, which just helps us allow our chemistry to click on the court. So, yeah, that's where I feel like it mainly comes from off the court.
If you could, from a scale of 1 to 10, tell us right now, where is Coach Pearl amped up at? 1 being very calm and 10 being absolutely juiced. Where is he for today?
Everybody knows Coach Pearl is always at 10. He's never at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's always at 10. So if you know Coach Pearl, you're a player for Coach Pearl. He's always at 10.
Lastly, Austin Wiley joining you again this year. He's going to add a great dynamic, a big man to help you shoot. Have you guys been worked out how that's going to work the inside-out game?
It just creates a better inside presence for us. You know, we already have guys like Anthony, Chuma, and Horace that have a great inside presence. I feel like Austin just adds that depth and that big 6'10", 6'11" that we've been missing.
All right, that's Bryce Brown, Auburn. Let's throw it up to Peter Burns in the main set with Coach Pearl.
Not just Coach Pearl, we got Jared Harper as well, too. Be the readiest, brought to you by Holiday Inn Express. What'd you think, Bryce Brown? Good interview or bad interview? What do you take, Jared? Well, give me the lowdown on your boy.
I didn't hear it honestly, but I'm sure I know Bryce did a great job.
That's a good teammate right there.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, what's that like coming back in this season? A whole lot of expectations for this team and to play for this guy right here.
It's just great. Just coming in what we did last year was great, being able to win the SEC. But just starting with when BP recruited me. And everybody on the team just talking about how he saw the vision for Auburn and how we can be a part of something special. So that was all a big part of everybody's decision wanting to come to Auburn, and we were able to do it last year and coming in this year.
Jared, how was your summer, you and Bryce? I know you guys put your name in the draft and went through that process. How was that for you?
Well, it was great. Just we both worked out with the Atlanta Hawks, so that was great. Both of us are from Atlanta, so being from Atlanta, being able to work out for the Hawks, that's always a dream come true. But we just looked at an opportunity to get better, just come in for my junior year and his senior year to be able to win another SEC championship.
You walked into this room, Coach, and there was a big smile on your face. I think you like the cameras. I think you enjoy, but you also enjoy this group of guys that said they want to come back and play for you. What do you have in this team?
I think we got really good pieces. Anton, I'll build back on what you talked to Jared about. Jared and Bryce did get to work out with the Atlanta Hawks. They put their name in the draft. They were all SEC players, but they didn't work out for a lot of teams. They're both smaller guards. I think they're both NBA players. Size matters so much in the NBA that sometimes these guys get overlooked. So I'm just telling you, Jared and Bryce are both hungry. They both still got a lot to prove. They should have had more workouts, in my opinion, than what they had. Some of my favorite players in the NBA are the little guys. Those are the guys that can play. Those guys can pass and shoot.
Is he any good? Yeah.
Pretty good. And so, anyways, I'm excited about these guys coming back. Knowing that Auburn is in a position now to see if we can make some history. Was last year a flash in the pan? Was it just one of those things, overcame some adversity? Or is this program really able to compete with the other great programs in this conference? And we're all going to have an opportunity to answer that question.
Because we were really, especially me and Peter, were excited at the style of play you played. We thought you guys guys really set the conference on fire with your style of play, getting out in the break, shooting threes. Anything going to change with the style of play?
You know, Anton, nothing's going to change. I think Hayden Fry, my old football coach at Iowa, said, scratch where it itches, okay?
Yeah.
Take the players you got and put them in positions to be successful. And since I've never been at programs where we could always recruit the traditional size or talent or things like that, we were a little undersized. We spread it, we shot it, we played fast. Well, it just so happens that right now that style is hot in basketball. Yeah. So what we've been doing the last few years is sort of what I think a lot of people are trying to do now. I just hope to think that we might be better at it because we've been doing it a lot longer.
I will tell you, those fans down at Auburn Arena like that style of basketball.
Yeah,
where is that ranked right now? I mean, when you travel across this conference and see some of the great venues and whatnot, where does Auburn Arena rank as far as a home court advantage?
Maybe I'm a little biased, but I think Auburn is the best fans. Just the best fan base for a basketball game. Is extremely loud. They're really supportive. Just to see the transition from my freshman year into last year, and just thinking where I know it's going to be this year is going to be crazy.
You go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, it's just because we look at this team. It changed when McLemore went down. When Anthony had the injury, 8 scholarship players, you guys completely changed. How's the depth looked in getting Daniel and getting Austin and those guys on the squad?
I think the depth is good. I think we're going to have a little bit more frontline depth than we did last year. It got down where it was Horace Spencer and freshman Chuma Kiki and Deshaun Murray was our front line. Deshaun was 6'3", 6'4". So having Austin and Nangel back in there gives us a little bit more depth. We're going to play the same way. When we have Anthony on the floor, we're going to spread it and shoot a little bit more. But with Austin, he is as mobile and athletic, as strong and as fast as any big man in college basketball. We don't have to wait for him. He's fast.
Yeah.
And we're going to get him down the floor. We're just going to he'll get early post-ups. He'll set some screens in transition. And with the exception of the fact that he won't shoot the 3, we'll still play the same way with Austin.
Jared, how are you and Bryce taking on the leadership responsibility? Last year, you called the country by storm. You guys are going to be ranked, top 15 in the country. Everybody's going to be gunning for you. So how are you and Bryce handling that and getting guys, keeping them motivated?
I think we're kind of doing the same things. Me and Bryce are very hard workers. We've worked hard our whole lives to get to where we are, and just with the extra light that's on us right now, I think that's just making us work even harder. Having our teammates around are very supportive, so it's always great.
Well, Joe, you're looking at what, 10 games? What is the situation as far as him getting back in and playing and being part of this lineup?
He's going to have to sit out a few more games, okay. and then we're going to get him back. And I'm glad that he has his eligibility restored. Yeah. I'm glad Austin certainly has got his eligibility restored. And I think that what Jared talked about as far as our guys are concerned. We've got to handle it differently. I'll say this: the teams that handle adversity the best are going to be the teams that are going to end up being on top at the end, because teams are going to lose games in this league. Mm-hmm. I mean, last year we lost 6 and won the league. What's it going to take this year? It'll be 6 or 7 again. Mm-hmm. And so you just can't put too many in a row. You can't let winning affect you too much. You can't let losing affect you too much. And that's the message that I want Jared and Bryce to be able to deliver to their teammates.
Coach, talking about the league, what's your thoughts about this league? You're talking about 8 teams in the tournament last year. Then you got 6 teams this year, will probably be ranked in the top 25.
Well, you called it, right? I mean, every time that we talked about you every interview, Bruce Pearl was talking about how good this league was going to be, and here we are.
But last year was the best I'd seen in 25 years, and this year it's better. So that just tells you where it is. And last year we got 8. We're going to get more than 8 this year. I've never said this before, but I'm going to say it now. Right now, the SEC is the best conference, men's basketball conference in the country this year. And in saying that, I've never said that. I don't know that it's ever been the case. I don't know that it's going to be the case, but to say that with the ACC or the Big East or the Big 12 and all the other great leagues out there, I don't think we've ever been in a position, because I think we've got great teams at the top. But the teams all the way through are so solid, and I think what's happened is the programs that traditionally struggled in our league made coaching changes, really made strong commitments, and those programs are no longer weaker programs. So who's the weak program in the league? And the answer is right now there isn't one. Right. And as long as you still have Kentucky in a league, and Florida and some of the other programs, the rest speaks for itself.
We've been asking this to a bunch of the guys, and Jared, what's the competition like? Because when you look at, y'all got a bunch of shooters, guys that can absolutely light it up. How do you find your competition on this team and make sure, hey, you're lockstep with everybody else?
Just guess with the competition, just within ourselves, just everybody's competitive on this team. We're all competitive with one another, and we all want to see each other succeed. So we're going to succeed by any means necessary.
But who's that one guy? There's got to be the one guy, right? Like if Antoine and I are betting on something at the studios, like I want to be him more than Pat Bradley or anybody else. Who's the one guy in practice that you're like, this is the guy that I want to body? I'm taking it on this guy today.
Ooh, that's tough. But I think I'd probably say Bryce, just because we're both super competitive. Just outside of even on the basketball court, we spend a lot of time together, even playing 2K. So we're always competitive with one another.
Do you compete? Do you create your own player?
Yeah, we do.
Speaking of 2K, favorite NBA player?
Favorite NBA player? Right now or all time?
Both.
Right now, NBA is Damian Lillard, all-time Kobe.
Okay.
Okay, I like those
Very
choices.
important question here.
Yeah.
You know Coach Frank Martin pretty well.
Yes.
South Carolina. Backyard brawl, okay? Pearl, your coach, or Frank Martin? Who you taking?
Coach Pearl. Easy.
No doubt.
No doubt. No doubt at all.
You know that Frank Martin used to be a bouncer, right? Like, you know this happened.
Here's the deal. I'm going to hit him first, okay? I'm not going to wait to get hit first. I'm going to hit him first. If he's still standing, I'm in trouble, okay? I'm just telling you, but I ain't waiting on it, right?
I was going to say, we talked about that in football, our ranking, okay? You're omitted from this. Give me your top 3 coaches as far as toughest coaches that you wouldn't want to have to meet in a backyard brawl.
Wow. In football or basketball?
In basketball. Which one of these coaches in this conference?
Well, I'd say I wouldn't want to meet Frank. Back when Kevin Stallings was in the league, Kevin and I hate each other so much we actually didn't. We'd love to have had an opportunity to go at it with each other. I probably want to mess with Konzo. I mean, Konzo, he's St. Louis, Illinois.
Yeah.
Konzo ain't playing.
He's got that deep voice, too. He just makes you feel bad about it.
He don't smile a lot.
No.
Smile out of him.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with Konzo.
That's a pretty good. I
want Konzo Martin on my team.
You know what? Everybody wants this guy and a bunch of your players on their team this year.
There's no doubt.
Y'all are going to be fun, and I'm going to hit you up. You're sending one of those ties over to the studio. We're going to make sure that happens this year.
I guarantee it's going to be orange.
Hey, listen, I can make sure it happens. Jerry Harper, Coach Pearl, best of luck this season, all right?
Thank you.
There it is.